is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night. I pointed my fingers at
you. Did. You did. I don't know if that was a cue to like shut up or something, because I did just that.
No, you did the opposite of it. You just started laughing.
That's me shutting up.
Laughing?
That's how I shut up. Yeah, it's laughing.
So shutting up but not shutting up at the same time. So
yes.
Makes no sense.
Makes all the sense. But as you always say, hi. I'm
what is it?
G-Dawg.
I forgot. Right? I think so.
Yeah, I think it's G-Dawg.
Hi, I'm Katie.
G-Dawg.
What is that? Is
That's
that
my gang sign.
Crunking?
It's my gang sign. It's like I got carpal tunnel.
You do have carpal tunnel. I have carpal tunnel.
Well, I got arthritis in my knees, so that's
because you old, bitch.
I don't know how that happened. Got acute arthritis. Probably should check this one. It's probably the same thing. But how is physical therapy supposed to help that? Or is it just supposed to like ease my pain or something?
I think you should just look up exercises online and just do those exercises for your knee. Not like pay a shit ton of money to go. Because I don't have a job right now.
You're rich. Remember, you have like a hidden $1 million asset
that's right,
somewhere.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you completely forgot. I don't know how you can forget something like that. But
this is a lie. If you want to be a donor, please go to our Patreon page and donate. Every little bit helps.
Millions hiding.
No. But how's your week? What have you been up to?
Nothing, because I've only been off for 2 days now.
Well, yeah. Dom came to visit. I can say his name because he was on the podcast.
Well, yeah, I said his name last time.
Came to visit. We went to Irish pub restaurant, and I had the best food ever. It was like chicken, but then there's like a sauce with lobster and shrimp in it, and it was on top. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, now you can try the other one that we suggested, because you're gonna like that one too. It's kind of the same thing.
I like
that one. Except it's not chicken. The
chicken was nice, and it was like pounded flat, so it's like really thin.
Pounded.
What? Why are you a child?
You're the one who said pounded, not me.
Because they use the mallet and they hit it.
You sure they didn't use some guy's like huge pee-pee?
Yeah, just they have somebody in the back just fucking the chickens. That's how it goes. They're pounding it.
Exactly.
It's against like you can either have the chicken that likes it and then the chicken that doesn't. So it depends on your flavorings.
Yeah, your flavoring, because like the rapey chicken or the chicken that gets rapied, you know,
it's spicy.
It's spicy. A lot of people like spicy, so that means poor rapey chicken is gonna get murdered too.
I had lobster chowder yesterday, and that shit was spicy. They put a lot of pepper in it or something.
I think you're just a pansy.
I don't like pepper.
I think you're just a pansy.
I think you're a pansy.
Well, pansy is my middle name.
Along with Mensa Coyote.
And along with...
I told somebody your middle name was Coyote, and they're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, it legitimately is. Like, but it's spelled...
Legitimately is... It's a struggle bus, huh?
You're a struggle bus.
My face is a struggle bus.
It is. You need to shave.
I am. When are we leaving?
Tomorrow.
What time?
12. I want to leave it by 12.
Okay, well, I'll shave in the morning.
Yeah.
Unless you want to help me tonight. Anywho.
No, I don't want to help you tonight. Don't lick my foot.
How's your week?
I'm existing. I don't know.
You exist.
I've actually been doing like a lot of like writing. I've been reading some just to fill the day, doing chores around the house, like
sleeping, taking naps.
Yeah, I never take naps. So I'm just like taking this time and enjoying it while I have it, because my friend, his name is MS. He's been like messaging me back and forth with like correspondence with the hiring people, and he's like, oh, they're really excited to see you and kind of stuff. So I'm hopefully gonna get it in, but since it's holidays, it's hard to get a response faster.
Well, yeah, because it's holidays and they're probably gonna be closed this week or something.
So, but anyway, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm just hoping it pays enough, like at least the same amount as I had it before, if not more. I think it's gonna be paid more. But
I guess we'll see once you talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
get to that point of the conversation.
Conversation.
Well, did I tell them the story about my gun situation?
No, I don't think they did. Because you did something stupid.
Yeah, I did. So I didn't
pay
hurt
attention.
anyone or hurt anything, but so last time, well, funny story, off subject, real quick, because y'all can get an idea how terrible I am at shooting
Everything.
stuff.
Because I'm so much better at it.
So last time I went shooting, well, very first time I went shooting, I guess I picked up this one bad habit. So recently when I went shooting, I'm with a buddy from work, and I just got a PS AK-47, like maybe a year ago now. Finally went shooting 2 weeks ago, and I was shooting fine. Was loading like 3 bullets each time. The fourth round we try to do it, either my buddy had a 223 in his 7.62 box, or I picked up one off the table that looked exactly like his 7.62, like the color wise, and put that in there. And because I ended up trying to fire it, it sounded like it fired, and didn't pick up another bullet. Took the mag out. There was still 3 bullets in there. Well, my little, whatever you call that, the slide thing that loads the ammo ended up getting locked, and it would not budge. Gave it to my buddy. He pounded it on the ground, got it loose. Turns out there was a 223 in there. It's trapped. So that was one thing. Somehow I ended up loading the wrong ammo in there, and luckily it didn't damage the gun at all. So working fine now. At least I need to shoot again. But that same day, I was like, all right, I'll just shoot my Glock. So I started shooting a Glock. And at the same time when we went shooting, I was not hitting anything.
You were just really bad at shooting
all.
stuff.
No, I know what I was doing. Well, he told me what I was doing wrong. So I kept shooting. We even moved it like closer, and I still couldn't hit it.
Like a foot away, and you still couldn't hit the
Still couldn't hit it. Well, I wasn't a foot in front of it. It was like 10 feet in front of me. Still couldn't hit it. So then I told him, I was like, hey, man, I need one of y'all to shoot this, because like I cannot seem to hit the freaking target. I don't know what is going on. He's like, well, raise it up. Let me see what you're doing. So I raise it up, and he's like, wait, what are you aiming at? So I was like, or he's like, where are you looking? And I was like, well, I'm looking at the front.
No.
I did the same thing again.
You didn't learn from the last time I told you.
I looked at the front of the tip where it has like that little fin coming up, instead of looking back to front through like the little V in the back. Same thing I was doing when we went shooting that one time. I was doing it. That's why I couldn't hit anything. So then when he's like, dude, you got to look through the gun, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, F me. So then I started doing that, and I was hitting like bullseye almost. And there was a few of them where I hit like the same spot. Like it was like bullet on top of bullet.
So when I tell you something, you just ignore it. And then when your friend tells you something.
I haven't been shooting, babe. It was that we went shooting, what, 2 years ago? Like, I don't remember.
That's like gun shooting 101.
Clearly not for me. So it was a habit I picked up probably the first time I went shooting, and I did that because I didn't go shooting with someone who can like kind of teach me. I just went shooting.
My chopped liver?
I said the first time. You and I did not go the first time I went shooting. This was like 10 years ago.
Is that why you're just bad at shooting? Like when we went skeet shooting that one time for...
I was skeet shooting just fine. Shotguns, there's not like a back to front. You just...
I was the only one that got the crossover ones.
I got one out of the two. So yeah, I need to train my brain to look all the way through. So yeah, that's my little fun. I thought I might have told. No, yeah, because we didn't have a podcast for 2 weeks. So yeah, that was during when you were gone. So yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that was my fun little story about my shooting times.
And everybody take a shot. Arrow's here. He's playing with the dog.
Yeah, he's playing with the dog while we're doing this because he wants to play fetch.
He's rambunctious.
So take a shot. Actually, I'll need to take like 4 shots because I've already thrown it. Like this will be like the 5th time once he lets it go. So y'all gonna be hammered tonight.
You're welcome. Sunday fun day, folks.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
by the time they hear
episodes release on Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any fun anecdotes. I've just been gymming it up. I was about to snap on a couple dudes, like middle-aged guys, get around me while I'm doing cardio, and I'm just like, have my headphones in, watching whatever I'm watching. Bless you. And these douchebags get on their phone and start talking, having a conversation, and I was like, protein shake.
Protein shake. Like it.
Don't start fucking having a conversation. And so I just sat there and I'm like, these fuckers on their phones. And the guy looked at me and I'm like, what? I just stared at him. I'm like, what? You're on a fucking phone. And then he's like, I gotta go. Okay, bye. And then he like looked at me again and I was like, I will fight you.
Fight him, man.
Learn
freaking fight him.
Fucking gym etiquette. People are assholes. This one gym douche, fucking still hate him. He's still fucking gym douche. He has a chair he carries around with him and he takes up so much space and he like throws things around like he owns the place. I just want to smack him so hard. I want to smack him into next Tuesday just because
hit him in the nuts.
I just was like, yo, you're supposed to respect the equipment. He does not. He just throws it around. He throws his chair around that it's not his. And I'm like, it's going to be broken. And guess what? The gym has to replace it because you're a dick.
A lot of people freaking throw shit around.
And I hate, don't throw do not throw fucking dumbbells. Do not, because that fucks them up. And everybody's like, no, they'll be withstand. No, I worked at a gym and I had to fucking fix things all the time because people like you throw them. So if you think it makes you look macho, no, it doesn't make you look macho. Slow down, set it down gently. You had to use more muscle that way. Throwing it doesn't do shit. So don't throw them.
Toss it around like a rag doll.
But so that's my rant for the day. That's my soapbox moment. Seriously.
Oh, you finally had a soapbox. Look at you. What are
you doing? Uh-oh. He sees his tail now. But that's it. That's me. That's all that I've been doing, working out, and I wrapped presents. They look really good.
They do. They look fantastical.
And I accidentally I like plaid. I like very classy wrapping paper. I don't like the Santa ones, and I had polar bear black ones. I wanted full black, matte black wrapping paper, but that's expensive, and I just didn't want to pay.
Is it? You should have got it anyway.
So whenever we decorate, whenever I get a job, probably this year we're not going to get any Christmas decorations, but I want to get an all black Christmas tree or a white Christmas tree and decorate it with black.
We're not going to be here.
I mean, next year, maybe. I don't know. Shit happens.
No, I'm saying we're going to be at my family, so.
Very true.
So yeah, that's our interesting stories and weeks and shenanigans and fun times and things. So I guess we can jump into it.
Did you think of a topic?
No.
You have to think of a topic.
I guess so.
Anyway, so that's for our future self. So yeah, he does not prepare for this. I prepare for it. I always know what I'm doing.
Yeah, because you just had to pick a movie. That's easy.
You can pick another movie if you want.
No.
Anyway, so we're going to get into our movie. Do you remember what the movie was, babe?
No, I don't. We didn't just watch it 30 minutes ago.
You got to stop playing with him and do your job.
I am doing my job. I can play with him if I want. That's just more shots that everybody has to take.
Very true. So you're up to probably about 10 shots.
10 shots now?
I would definitely...
Guess who's back?
I would definitely go to the hospital now because you have alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have alcohol poisoning. Or you can just take shots of beer. Since it's so many right now.
Shots of water, be hydrated.
Or wine, that works too.
Wine's going to fuck them up.
So, we have The Lodge. I had some...
I was like, why are you pausing? Are you pausing for effect?
Couldn't swallow my spit in my mouth there. So we have The Lodge 2019 horror thriller. Wow. We have a 6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Really? That's interesting.
Probably because people didn't understand it like I did.
I don't understand how you don't understand it.
I just didn't get it. It was just I don't know, until I read it and I was like, oh. Okay, so it was kind of right there, but then, I don't know. Anyway, 74 on Rotten Potatoes and 64 on Metacritic. And 61% of Google users like this movie.
Only 61%?
Only 61%.
I've seen it 4 times already.
People fucking hated this movie. So, synopsis.
Penis, penile.
During a family retreat to a remote winter cabin over the holidays, the father is forced to abruptly depart for work, leaving his 2 children in the care of his new girlfriend, Grace, isolated and alone. A blizzard traps them inside a lodge as terrifying events summon specters from Grace's dark past. We have. Can you calm your taters over there, ma'am? What? We have initial release is January 25th, 2019. Directors is Veronica Franz and Serverinen, whatever. Box office, they didn't really make that much. It's only 3.2 million.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I looked up where this was like the setting was.
I think it was like too expensive to make this movie, but I really don't think they made any money really. Yeah, not going over the producers and shit. Oh yeah, so we got Riley Kuoff is Grace. We have Jaden Martell is Aiden Hall. Alicia Silverstone, y'all know her from Clueless. Is Lauren Hall. We have Leah McHugh is Mia Hall. And then Richard Armitage. And then Grace's father. Oh.
Aaron.
We have Danny. Wait, are those the same person?
No, they look similar.
No.
Oh, it's like a...
Oh, never mind. That's the first names. I'm such an idiot. Danny Kuoff is Grace's father. No, wait. Yeah. Riley Kuoff. I think that they're like father and daughter. Grace's father is actually, I think, her father.
Oh, cool.
In real life, because they have the same last name at least.
That doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean it doesn't mean anything?
Like
Spelled the same too?
Million Smith is
Yeah,
Smith.
that's Smith. This is not a common last name like that. This is Keough. It's not a common last name. I'm gonna have to look that up later, but I think that could be. And then we have Caitlin Wells as Wendy. Who is Wendy?
Wendy?
Yeah, Wendy. Caitlin Wells is Wendy.
The
last
Mia.
person. No, Mia is. It's not Mia.
Interesting.
I don't know who Wendy is in that show. I only remember seeing the mom in the very beginning, and then seeing Grace, the kids,
Wendy.
the dad. And then they go to the lodge.
Yeah.
I don't know who Wendy is.
Maybe she was like an extra character that got cut out.
Maybe. Unless we're missing something here.
Don't recall. Do not
missing
recall.
something.
Do not recall. All right, so let's get into it. So this movie was very interesting. You've seen this the second time. This is your second time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we open up, and the mom, Alicia Silverstone, is walking around, and she's trying to get her kids to go get ready to bring them over to their dad's house. In the beginning, you see her kind of break down a little bit in the bathroom after she curls her eyelashes and stuff, and it's just kind of shitty. Like, I was sitting there watching that and I want to know why they were getting a divorce. What happened?
Yeah, I want to know too.
Is it just because the husband was like, I just don't want to be with you anymore kind of situation? Because Alicia wanted to be with him. She was thinking that, like, I feel like she was like, yeah, we're going to because he wanted to talk to her today. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, you wanted to talk? Kind of, yeah, let's get back together kind of thing. Mm-hmm. No,
he drops the bomb on her, like saying he's going to marry Grace.
Papers But the thing is that pisses me off. So I'm assuming he's either like a psych professor or something. But my question is, why does he have to work over Christmas?
I don't know what his job is.
Because what we kind of gleaned some information from Aiden and Mia, because they were talking they were like, yeah, she's in one of Dad's books. Like, she's in one of Dad's books, and it was a cult book. And so a lot of times when people...
Maybe he's just a writer.
Possible, but why would he have to leave the cabin, the lodge, to go work? That's it didn't make sense why he needed to leave so much because it was over Christmas break. If he was a professor, then he would already have it off.
I think he was more so wanting to have them be together, like, so they can get to know each other.
Yeah, but if he was there, it would have not gone the way.
Yeah, it would not have gone away because he would have stopped the kids from doing that, and everybody would be still alive.
Kids are fucking assholes.
Yeah, those kids are terrible. Now that I understand what happened.
It explained it. I don't get it.
I didn't follow it like that. I thought they were just like joking the whole time. Like they were just
pulled a prank.
Yeah, but I thought when they were talking about they died, like I thought they actually did die. Like I didn't know it was all a joke.
Because at the end he's like, "Oh, we're pretending. We're just pretending for my
well,
mom, for our mom."
How many times they do that shit in movies where they're like, "Oh, we're just pretending," but they're actually not. So I thought it was all BS. Turns out it was exactly how the film wanted it to be.
So, going back to the mom, my heart goes out to her because that sucks. That super, super duper sucked.
Yeah, because she was just, he's like, "Oh, yeah, we're going to be getting married." And she's like, she puts on this, like, smile and, like, walks out, you know.
And so, but I want to know, I understand for the movie purposes, like, not spoiler alert, but trigger warning, she kills herself. She shoots herself through the mouth with a gun. And what made her get to that point? Just because of her husband, her ex-husband, like, or was she just depressed the entire time? And it was just like she was being a mom and she was by herself now. And then who found her? Like, after she was probably supposed to go pick up the kids, and then they walked in and found her dead in the chair for how many days? Like,
probably
maybe a weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so that just, I'm like, so people who are happy, like, they seem happy, but they might be like dealing with shit. Please reach out to people. Like, be supportive.
It's like that
suicide hotlines too. Definitely reach out to those if
like
you
that story that you were telling me about with the like the 80-year-old or 70-year-old man like had a heart attack and his kid was there and they like both died. Well, he had a heart attack and then the toddler died because it was like not even 1 year old yet, I think.
He was like 2. And
like starved to death.
That shit's awful.
But apparently I was like, how did, because it took them a week to find them. And it's like, how is that possible? But apparently the family was like trying to get the police to go over there and the police didn't want to go over there. So I think
if you were not in the picture,
suing them.
If you were not my husband, I died in my house or my apartment, I probably wouldn't be found for weeks. Just because I don't talk to people. I don't message people.
See, that's not a good thing.
I just...
Yeah, you think it's but that's not a good thing. Because anything could happen and then no one's even going to know. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like...
Well, I mean, if I don't show up to like work or something, then it would probably be faster. But I'm like, if I was just relying on like family or friends, like...
That's sad, babe. That is sad.
I get absorbed in what I'm doing. I'm like...
sad.
In front of me, like, okay, everything's here. Out of sight, out of mind situation.
Folks, do not be like wifey. There's nothing wrong with having friends and being sociable.
I have friends. Shot.
Man, y'all gonna be hammered tonight.
So then we go to the mom's funeral, and it's really sad. The little girl's stupid as fuck.
Little girl is extra stupid.
She dumb. So she attaches her fucking doll, like her Barbie doll, to her balloon, and she anticipates the balloon's gonna carry her away. No, the doll's fucking heavy, man. Like,
and balloons are...
You would have to have like 10 balloons to make even like lift it. She's fucking stupid. But I do have a theory. I told you this during the movie. So the doll looks exactly like her mom because she was kind of wearing the same clothes. And so I think the doll was the reincarnation of her mom, and the mom was causing trouble. She was instigating stuff with Grace throughout the movie. Like how she randomly fell into the fishing hole and she...
Yeah. I mean, possibly, but especially when like that one scene where she comes out like in this going skiing and she has a red hat on, and then they take the red hat from her, and all of a sudden
the little doll
has a red hat. It's
go away. They're harassing me. So going back to the mom's funeral, like the little girl, that kind of sucks because in the funeral, they were like, hopefully your mom's soul can find her way through or whatever. That sucks.
Well, yeah, because she committed suicide.
I find that stupid. Like, committing suicide is like, if you're Catholic, that's like the worst thing you can ever do, and you'd never be able to go like to heaven or whatever. But I mean, don't say that in a fucking funeral. Like, that's like bad move, bro. Like, who the pastor or priest or whatever I was like, that was not cool. Like, have a little, like, what is it?
Well, he was already
tact.
saying she was a good person, all this other good stuff. But, I mean, he can't, like, lie about that. Everybody knows she committed suicide, so they know that she's not going to be going to heaven anytime soon.
Well, it sucks. So I really hope she did, like, possess the doll. And Alicia Silverstone. She had a small part. She's a big name actor, and she had a small fucking
Very
part.
small part. And she blew her brains out.
Oh. But anyway, so we finally go, like, it's 6 months later. It's Thanksgiving, which is actually ironic that we chose this movie.
I chose this movie.
You chose this movie for Thanksgiving because it's the Thanksgiving theme.
Yeah, it is.
So
like,
it's fun.
Non-purposely. Unpurposely. Fake purposely. Whatever purposely.
On purpose, but
No.
not on purpose.
I didn't on purpose choose it.
Unpurposefully.
Unpurposely.
As we try to figure out our words.
We'll get there eventually.
Let's just move on. So Grace, my question is, Grace was a lone survivor. How did the people in her cult shoot themselves and cover themselves with the veil thingies?
I don't think they did yet. Like it's just like she did with she just put the thing over their sin and covered them up, but I don't think they were like dead yet.
But they had to shoot themselves and they were found like that. Because the video that she was taking, they were all dead people.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't seem like they were dead to me.
So my thing is, maybe she killed them all because she had like psychotic break or something.
Well, I mean, maybe, but from what I read, it was saying that the dad did it.
The dad, yeah, because he was supposed to make them confess and repent, and then you'll be in heaven.
Yeah, so apparently the dad did it, and then he shot himself.
But the thing is, if they were super religious, if they were going to kill themselves, then they wouldn't be able to go to heaven.
Yeah, so they didn't kill themselves. The dad did it. He killed them all and then killed himself. Yeah. Or had Grace do it, which that could be true. That's probably why she knows. Or maybe Grace did do it because it is that part where she was shooting the gun.
And she was really good at it.
And she was really good at it.
That's where I was kind of thinking about that because if she was really that good at shooting a gun.
She obviously had to shoot one before.
And so maybe the
that
dad
could be true.
Made her do it and she was supposed to shoot herself and she didn't.
Maybe she shot the dad.
Well, yeah.
And then dipped out.
She's like, bye.
I mean, yeah, it could be true.
That's a theory.
Could be true. That is a theory.
That's a very good
That's
theory.
a valid theory, ma'am.
I'm smart.
Super duper. Duper super.
Yay. So now we get to this lodge. The dad wants all the kids to get along with Grace. Grace is his child.
Yeah, she looks like she's freaking like 18. Like she looks super young.
Her birthday was 1989 and then 2019. So she was only 30 at that moment.
Oh, well, she looks a lot
I was thinking
than that.
Early 20s. Like
I was thinking 18.
She's young. And I was like, ew, that old ass man.
Like when he was that scene where she was like laughing and he was like on top of her, like that you can see the age difference. You're like, she could be your daughter, bro.
It's gross.
What is happening, bro? Come on, G-Dawg.
You? All right. Are you crunking again?
I am.
So they go to the lodge and they're trying to like get along and it's awkward. Like Grace is an awkward person.
Well, Grace is trying to get along. The two kids don't want to.
The dad should just understand, hey, your mom just died. Maybe this is a bad idea.
Yeah, like 6 months ago. And she did it because you told her you were marrying this woman. So.
Yeah. So you kind of fucked up, dude.
Yeah, like calm your tits, Pops.
And forcing them to hang out with this girl that they don't give two shits about, it's not... I don't know. The dad really did fucked up. Like, he shouldn't have left them alone together.
No, he shouldn't.
That was, like, number one mistake.
But he also didn't think that his kids were going to, do what they did either.
I mean, who would think that their kids were capable of that? Hey, they were really smart, though, pulling that shit off.
The The brother is, not the girl.
The brother is. The little girl's dumb as fuck. She just cries a lot. So we get to the moment when they're trying to get along, and then they're ice skating on the lake, which is fun. Cold.
Cold.
I don't get winter. I'm cold all the time, and I don't want to. I remember when I was ice skating as a kid, and I was always freezing. Like, I could not get warm. I couldn't keep warm. And I would be bundled up. I would have my snow pants on, my snowsuit on, and...
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
You put clothes on and you get warm.
Yeah, but I was sitting there, and I was like, I couldn't get warm, and I felt really sick. And so I went home.
Get heated gloves and heated socks.
And so I went back home, and, like, I just could not get warm, and, like, I think I got really sick or something. I don't remember, but... It was just, I remember, I was sitting on the sled my sister was pulling me around on, and I was just like, I want to go home. I don't feel good. Like, I'm tired. I'm cold. Like, I can't get warm. And so I would sit in front of our little furnace. Like, there was, like, a little vent that was, like, next to the stairs, and I would always lay in front of it because I was always cold. And that's where I slept.
Something is wrong with you.
That's where I slept most of the time.
Something is wrong with you.
Probably. I get cold really easy.
Just like when you drink 3 gallons of water a day. Something is wrong with you.
I'm thirsty.
Maybe if you drink 3 gallons of wine, that's a little, I would be like, awesome, high five. But 3 gallons of water?
3 gallons of wine is a lot in a day.
I don't think you would be alive if you drank
I really wouldn't. I would.
Especially if you drank 3 gallons of wine a day, like you would not be alive.
I would be like 5,000 pounds. So Grace comes out with a hat, and it's the mom's hat, which you mentioned before. The Aiden and Mia told Grace, that's my mom's hat. And so she takes it off instantly and hands it back. She's like, I didn't know. Which, good on her. She was like, oh, she really didn't know. And she gave it up.
Or maybe she did know, and she was just trying to see if she could pull it off.
Probably not. And so then after that moment, the little doll has a red hat too, which is creepy.
It's like a little hat, or the hat shrunk to a baby's head or a doll's head.
A baby's head. And so then the little girl's like Mia, she's playing with her doll, and she's like snowboarding it down, and it goes into a little fishing hole. Grace tries to help her, is helping her. And so she's like, don't go near. First and foremost, if it was a fishing hole, it wouldn't have broken that easily.
Yeah, it would have.
No, it wouldn't have. Have you gone ice fishing before?
No, but it's ice, so it can break at any moment.
So what happens is, like, you have to have at least 3 feet of ice to do that.
They obviously didn't. Theirs was like that much.
Right. And so that's like real unsafe.
Yeah, that's why she was telling her to get away from it. And Grace was not listening. She just kept pushing the doll because she was Mia not wanting to listen to Grace. And she was like, meh, 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 doing her own thing. And then her doll, I would have fucking left it there. That little girl's dumb. Real dumb.
Yeah, she only cared about the
doll. And then she only cared about the doll. Then Grace falls in there and she's like, oh, my doll. Like, nothing.
She snatches it and she rocks away.
Yeah,
I'm like,
nothing.
Fuck.
Didn't even care about Grace. Like,
Because that could have been like real bad. And I put on here, I was like, falls through the ice. I would never get warm. Like, after that, I would be perpetually freezing.
All day, every day.
I would have told the Rich, I was like, dude, I'm done. Like, can we go? Like, go back to the city. I don't want to not be here anymore. And then everything would be happy.
But she's trying to, like, prove that she could get to know the kids or whatever she's trying to prove.
Kind of a little further through the movie when, Aiden spies on her while she's taking a shower, which he's a teenage kid. Obviously, that's going to happen. But she tries to communicate with him, and the way she does it is so juvenile. She's like, so what's your problem? I was like, dude.
He just wants to look at her taters while she's in the shower. What's wrong with that?
But I was just like, the way she brought it up to him, and he's like, I don't want to talk to you. I want nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. Like, and they have a right to not want to have anything to do with her. Like, she's the new woman in their dad's life.
I mean, but technically it's not her fault. It's the dad's fault.
It is the dad's fault. So everything goes back to the dad because the dad's a piece of shit. And he left them there.
This is really only all. This is all on the dad, really, honestly.
So he if I had 2 kids and I had a new person that I was dating or going to marry or whatever, I would not leave them with my kids.
Yeah, for one, the kids didn't even want to meet her. Secondly, it was 6 months ago that their real mom shot her face off. And then thirdly, she is a mental patient.
Yeah, so...
And apparently, I guess she's hiding the medicine from the dad.
And he doesn't know that. He doesn't know she's taking medicine. So that's a million times bad. That's bad all around. So I don't know what he was yeah, they're older kids. That's a little bit better.
Not really, because look what they did.
Very
If
true.
it was a younger kid, that would be better because it's not smart enough to do what they did.
But I don't know. The dad put her in a bad position because she's the adult. So technically she's supposed to be taking care of these kids and making sure nothing happens to them. But the kids fucking hate her. Mm-hmm. And so they're not going to listen to her. And so then they pull this elaborate prank, which we'll get into. All around not good. Not fucking good.
All around not good.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we can move on. So dad leaves to go to work and she's there trying her best. And she's kind of having a conversation with Mia about her little sea monkeys.
Yeah, they're somewhat getting along.
A little bit. But I just want to say, hey, the kids, if they were because they pulled this prank, they're really good actors. The little girl, I felt like she could have what is it?
An Oscar?
Huh?
An Oscar?
No.
Oh.
No, I was saying because it was a prank, it wasn't real. I feel like they would have given it away. The little girl would have given it away because she's stupid as fuck.
Well, she didn't.
But excuse me.
Gross.
Bless me.
Bless you.
So they're watching a movie. Aiden gives her a drink that obviously has a sleeping pill in it. She passes out. And this is when the elaborate plan starts. They hide all the Christmas decorations. They change the clocks. They do all these things. That's a lot of details that they had to do. Yeah,
that's a lot of stuff.
And they're young. He's maybe 13, 14. Mm-hmm. And then she's probably 8 or 9, maybe 10. That's a lot for kids, and they put it all in under the house in the little
cupboard thing,
whatever. And so then they could go to sleep and wake up and act like they didn't do anything. But we don't know this right now. We just assume hey, this is creepy, what's happening, kind of thing. But spoiler alert, they're pulling shit on Grace. So
yeah, they're pulling one over.
But it was just to the point where I'm okay, cool. This is weird. Kids are being weird. And so she's trying to find her pills. The kids should have known better not to take medicine. Her medicine. I know they're trying to make her have a psychotic break. But that can be super dangerous.
They found that out the hard way.
Fuck. Yeah. Maybe give her pills back. Maybe not.
Well, they asked that. I think Mia asked Aiden that 3 or 4 times. Should we get her pills back? But I guess they never did. I think they went looking for him, but I don't think they could find him.
Yeah. Shot. Dogs are fighting. But playing. I love how Arrow's being super cute. He I don't want you over here. Go away. He chews on the other dog's ears. It's really cute. It's baby little chews. So they kind of they took all their jackets, all the things. So they literally only have blankets and the fireplace. And he turned off the power and water. And so now there's nothing in the house and there's very limited food. And so this is where it kind of gets really scary because it's in the middle of a blizzard. I looked up the setting. It's actually in Massachusetts where this lodge is. Mm-hmm. So freezing cold temperatures. No heat, no water, limited food. We're fucked. I would have probably done what she would have done. I would have just wrapped blankets around me and walked someplace. like to the gas station that was like on the corner, and all the phones were dead. All like nothing was working, and I'm like, dude, that's scary. That's scary.
Not good.
But I don't know. That's it. That's where I was going with that one. Oh, and then the dog.
Yeah, after she left, well, she ended up leaving because she needed to get her medicine because they wouldn't give it back to her, and she needed to get food, or they needed to get food. So she tried to walk to the next town. That didn't work out. She ended up seeing this house that looked like a cross, which apparently was a hallucination.
Oh, I did not connect that. It was a cross.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed.
Oh.
And I think the person in the window is...
I saw that, and I think I didn't realize the whole house was a hallucination, though.
Well, I didn't know that either until I read that little thing afterwards.
But that can definitely makes a lot of sense.
I think that's when her not taking her medicine started to really take effect, and
her water became ice, which it was in a bag.
Water became ice? What do you mean?
Like she had water in her bag, and she was taking some. Like she was.
Oh, that's how cold it is.
And she only had a blanket around her. I'm like, that's weird.
She would have froze.
Yeah, she would have been dead. So that could have been like more hypothermia kind of situation. And so then she gets back after however long.
Well, she wasn't trying to get back. She ended up turning in a circle and came back to the house.
Yeah, which is good because I feel like she probably would have died if she.
Oh, she would have. Yeah, it said the next town was like a few miles over. She would have not have made it.
I would have made it. If it's only like 5 miles, I could do that in an hour.
Okay, babe. When it's like negative 50 degrees outside in a blizzard, no, you're not going to make it. With just a blanket on, no, you're not going to make it.
If I ran.
Like, breathing cold air is not good for your lungs either. And you're doing that for an hour or two, the insides of your body is not going to be good either. So, no, you would not have made it. Sorry to burst your bubble.
If it was like 3 miles, I can do that in like way under an hour.
Pretty sure you wouldn't be able to do that. And that cold.
I don't know why she chose to go
through. The water bottle in her backpack froze, babe. That's how cold it is.
But I don't understand why she walked across the lake. Why wouldn't she go down the road where people might be driving?
She didn't think that way. She's off her meds, babe. Remember? Antidepressants.
We don't know what it was.
Babe, it says it. Oh, well, what I read, it was antidepressant.
I didn't know.
Yeah. What other pill would it be? She freaking...
antipsychotic. Lithium. Brother was on lithium.
Like murdered people when she was younger. And obviously she had she had...
Homicidal.
Yeah, homicidal tendencies, so...
Obviously. And so in this whole elaborate scheme, Grady goes missing. Grady is her puppy. My question is, did the kids intentionally get rid of it?
No. The girl said it. She's like, I left the door open by accident and he must have ran out.
But
remember, this goes back to how dumb this little girl is.
She is very stupid. But
like,
the dog
for
is
one,
really
why would you
stupid.
leave the door open when it's freaking freezing outside? Like,
because I think that's he got out.
Freezing.
I think Grady got out when they were moving the stuff from inside the house to the.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Outside. So he got out then, and so that's where.
And they couldn't like go calling him because like that would have woke her up or something, or so they just had to like wait for him to return, and I guess he just froze to death.
Poor puppy. That's heartbreaking. They didn't want to hurt anything. Well,
they want to hurt her. But even the dog being in the house, it was still frozen. Like, that's how cold it is. It was frozen.
And she sat outside for so long with holding the puppy.
Yeah,
that's heartbreaking.
She should have froze in, too.
Yeah, she should have died then. Or at least get, like, fucking frostbite.
Frostbite.
But
hypothermia.
This is when she kind of has that mental break and definitely...
Oh, go ahead.
That's it.
Well, you're right, because... Again, the thing that I read, it said that was like the straw for her, because after that, that's when she really started to like go batshit crazy.
Well, yeah, because she bought Grady for herself after the whole ordeal, and so that was like the one thing that she had, and now she was gone.
Yeah, now Grady's gone,
and so
that was the last straw for her. She
and so now
she wanted payback.
But the kids are dumb, man.
They are dumb. I mean, smart plan, but
yeah,
fucking
smart
dumb.
plan, but they shouldn't have.
It's like y'all looked this girl up. Y'all saw that she was the lone survivor of this cult, like mass murder thing. I guess they viewed it as like only or the dad doing it or someone else doing it. Like, oh no, they said it was suicides, but obviously she must have did it.
Yeah.
So you gotta view things like that, like, maybe this chick should not be messed with, and
right. And so what the kids like rundown of the prank. I'm gonna call it a prank because they were trying to
is a prank.
fucking fuck with her. So what they did, like a list of things that they did. So they pretty much stole all of her possessions, all their possessions, all Christmas decorations, hid the Christmas decorations.
Presents. Yeah.
Turned off the power and water, so there was no electricity or water in the house. So then they had no way to contact anybody. Their phones were dead, so they couldn't charge them. Then they played her dad's recording, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, recording.
And so she could hear it, and so she thought she was going crazy. And then on the shower, or when she was trying to make hot water to like repent. And so that kind of was pushing her over. And so then when she comes back inside, they're like praying, and he's like, and she's like, stop yelling it. And so he's like, I'll show you. And he goes and hangs himself. Dude, that you should have known better. Like, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, what the fuck? So he hangs himself, but he faked it, which smart, yeah, but that was fucking stupid.
Dumb.
And so then accidentally they murder Grady. That's murder. It has to be murder because he got out. You were responsible.
It's not murder. I mean, they accidentally left the dog out.
But
and it's a little small dog. It'd be different if it was like one of them.
And it's white, so it would be hard to find.
Yeah, it'd be hard. It'd be blending in with the snow.
But so they did all this shit just to fuck with Grace.
Mm-hmm.
That's shitty.
I mean, it's well played, but
golf clap,
but also fucking really, really, really dumb.
Yeah, because you're alone with this woman. What do you think would happen? What was the end game? Just fuck with her until dad got back and then go back to being normal? No. There was like only one way out of this, and somebody was going to die.
Or multiple people.
Right. So she murdered. So the husband, not the husband, Richard, his name was Richard. Richard comes back. And this is where, like, the height of her psychotic break.
He only comes back because he saw their dollhouse. So that was another thing that I read. I wish I could like read that whole thing, but that dollhouse actually was a representation of what they were planning to do to her at this lodge. Mm-hmm. So he saw that the kid was hanging, and he saw that it was supposed to be Aiden. So he's like, "What the?" That's when he it clicked in his head. That. That's when he runs downstairs and calls them. Was like, I've been trying to call y'all all day, and y'all not answering. Mm-hmm. I'm on my way. I'll be there shortly, in 5-6 hours. So then he gets back, and that's when he sees all this shit. But yeah, so
I did not connect that. I just thought
I didn't connect that either because I saw him looking at it, and I was like, because every time they go back to the dollhouse, for some reason I kept thinking the dollhouse was there at the lodge, but I forgot it was at their. Because I saw him when he closed the door. It was the same when the little girl left. After she packed her stuff, that little sign that she had on her door, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's at the old house."
So they this was way premeditated.
Yeah, they premeditated this.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
little psychos.
Yeah, I think the kids are worse than she is. Honestly. So
the dad comes back and he's trying to talk her off a ledge. Like she looks toe up to the floor. Toe up. She is kneeling in what is it? Ash.
She kneeled in
cinders. They're called cinders. Yeah. Kneeling in cinders.
And she was doing other stuff that we couldn't see, but she was screaming for an hour or two.
And so the kids go and sleep in the attic, and the little girl has to go pee, and then all of a sudden Grace is back. And
that was another thing. Aiden told her, don't go downstairs. And she's like, I have to go use the restroom. He's like, no, don't do it. And she still goes downstairs.
Instead of pee in the fucking corner.
And he said, pee in the corner. And she ignored it and went downstairs. So if she wouldn't have done that, maybe they would have been safe.
So she's so dumb.
She's so dumb.
This is when Grace comes up and she kind of is off her rocker. I don't know how to explain it. It's terrifying because it's you're trying to tell her the truth, but she's not listening because you've been lying to her the entire time.
Yep, the entire
and so,
time. So she doesn't know what is what now.
Yeah, which is like this person who's had a lot of mental trauma in her life. Whether she killed those people or not, she had a lot of mental trauma. Bringing stuff up again is definitely not a good way to go. And that's going to be harder to like talk through. So, what the fuck? And so the dad gets shot because he can't talk her off the ledge. And she drags the dad down.
Down a mini flight of stairs because he fell down one of them. So
yeah, and drags him and sits him on the chair, which is terrifying. I just wish we knew what happened after the fact because she put duct tape.
Obviously shot them.
Yeah.
The gun was sitting there. It was obviously loaded. She shot them, and then either killed herself. Well, I mean, there's no way for her to get home because the freaking Jeep is stuck and there's no food. Or there is food. Oh, no, they still hit it, right?
They hit it with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, so there's no food, so she's going to die anyway. So I think she killed them and then killed herself.
Now, my question is, how long would it take them to find their bodies?
Probably freaking forever, especially with the snowstorm that kept happening. Like that, but the thing is that they shouldn't decompose because it's fucking super
freezing.
cold.
So they're just going to be sitting around the table with duct tape on their mouths that say sin.
And with bullet holes in their brain.
But
yeah, now it's like turns out to be a good movie. I get it now. Like I understand it. Like reading that thing that I read, it helped me. I don't know why I didn't understand. I don't know. I just didn't understand. Like I couldn't depict reality and the jokes. Like I didn't know what was what.
Okay, like, well, at least you understand it now. Seeing that house with the
cross, like I thought that was real. Like I didn't know.
I didn't realize it was a hallucination.
Yeah, it was. So like, I mean, I wish I. Did you find it?
No,
it's something different. No. I thought you found the thing I read. So what do you give it score wise?
I'm gonna give it an 8. Solid 8.
An 8.
Why
an 8?
Because.
When are you ever going to give movies a 10?
I give them 10 all the time.
That actually deserve it. Not like your SUX movie that you gave it 10.
You bring that up every single episode, dude.
I do. I gotta keep it going. I gotta keep it going.
300 episodes in, and you're just like, SUX. I'm like, ugh, get over it, man. What's your score?
Go to Bridge and get over it. I'm not. I don't know. I'm going to say 9.
Oh,
well, I always give 10s, so I'm not going to give it 10.
Why does it get a 9 instead of a 10?
I mean, there wasn't like a whole lot of action-y in it. It was just like...
It was very artistic.
It was artistic. I mean, I can give it a 10. I'm just not going to. It's a 9.8.
Wow.
9.89. Is that better? So it's a 9.9. Sure.
All right. Moving on. Topic of the week. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving.
I didn't look up anything.
I know you didn't. I tried to look up stuff, but my printer is out of ink, so I didn't. I have it on my phone.
Oh, fun.
But so let's first talk about Thanksgiving meal. If you have the perfect Thanksgiving dinner, what is your no. Let me try that again. What's your favorite dish at Thanksgiving?
Baked beans.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Baked beans is not like a normal fucking meal at Thanksgiving, though.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's just not.
It's not one at Christmas, but at Thanksgiving it is.
For you.
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault. You're weird.
Mine is Grandma's hot dish. Love it.
The fuck is that?
You had it last year. It was like the macaroni and cheese, but with Spam in it. It's so good.
With Spam in it?
You ate it.
I couldn't have eaten it. No, I had my own mac and cheese. I couldn't eat that mac and cheese.
No, we make some for Dad because he's lactose intolerant. So
I don't remember eating that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really like. I like that and stuffing. Stuffing is my favorite.
And I
baked
also
corn.
like the cranberry. You know what? Actually, green bean casserole.
Oh, I love green bean casserole.
Love me some green bean casserole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's G-Dawg coming out.
So we were earlier today. Dom was here. I made everybody breakfast, and we're sitting there, and he was showing this. What is it? Wilding out.
Yeah, wilding out.
Wilding out. I was sitting there, and they're like giggling, and I'm like, I cannot understand a single thing these fuckers are saying because they are talking, not enunciating their words. And I was like, you need to learn how black people speak. And I'm like, no, it's just if they would speak clear.
It's just that one guy, just how he talked. Like, I couldn't understand half the shit he said either.
And he was like laughing, and he's like, oh, I'm like,
and he would laugh after everything, and I didn't get it. But I mean, some of it I understood, but not all of it.
Like that, the girl I laughed at because it's so fucking true. You're the reason why women can't use Ubers after 9.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was hella good.
But Thanksgiving, love Thanksgiving. Food, I love food.
I don't love food. I hate food. I wish we can just throw it all away.
Okay, you can. So I looked up random facts, and so these are the random facts. We have 19 random Thanksgiving facts.
Jesus.
I just keep on getting random numbers. So, first random Thanksgiving fact is historians have no record of turkey being eaten at the first Thanksgiving.
What is it, ham?
The first Thanksgiving Day feast happened in 1621 with 3 whole days dedicated to the celebration. Although turkey was plentiful in the region and a common food source, it's likely that it wasn't actually the star of the festivities and other fowling was served for the occasion. Instead, ducks, geese, and swans are available, believed to have been served. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Swans? That's sad.
Man, they fucked up some swans, huh?
Oh, wait, I knew this one prior. Benjamin Franklin wished the turkey was the national bird. Do you know what the national bird is now?
A cardinal. An eagle. A bald eagle.
A cardinal. I like how you were you felt like you had that right. Yeah, I remember this. He was trying to get the turkey to be the national bird, but it was a bald eagle because it was more majestic.
It should be a fuck, what is that one that it looks
Canary.
ugly? No, it looks ugly.
Turkey vulture.
A vulture. Turkey vulture? What the fuck is a turkey vulture?
Turkey vulture. That's a type of vulture. I used to work at a raptor center.
Turkey vulture? I thought they were all just vultures.
There's different brands of vulture.
I don't think there is. I think you're lying.
I used to work at a raptor center. Yes,
there. A raptor? So you used to deal with dinosaurs? Why the silence?
Because I told you that's what my sister asked.
Raptor
center. Did? It's like birds of prey.
When did you ask me that? Or tell
I
me
told you that because I said I used to volunteer at a raptor center and I would fix stuff. And my sister asked, "Oh, you work with dinosaurs?" And I was like, "No, raptors are birds of prey with claws."
So velociraptor.
Sure.
Okay.
The first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade had Central Park zoo animals. Aww.
I want to freaking read some. Quit hogging it, damn it. I'm in this podcast with you, rude face. Are we on 4?
Are we on 4? I need help. Help. I want to do it myself. Help.
Talking mad shit. Can you help me with this? Help. Oh, it's like that one meme that I saw. This guy's like in his car and he's talking to his chick. I think I told y'all. And he's like, hey, excuse me, ma'am. She's like, I have a boyfriend. He's like, that's great. I just want to let you know your tire's flat. She's like, oh, will you help me fix it? Get your fucking boyfriend to do it.
That's awful. Wow.
Oh, it's so great. All right, anywho. So number 4. Snoopy has made the most appearances in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Mm-hmm. 44 years after the first Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, Snoopy made his debut as a balloon in 1968. Throughout the years, the Beagle has had a total of 7 balloons, making 39 appearances on and off through 2015 before he was replaced with Charlie Brown in 2016. Damn, he was retired.
Damn.
He returned as an astronaut for the 2019 parade, bringing his balloon total to 8. Bam. Excuse you, ma'am. Number 5. Sarah Josephine.
Josephine.
But it's not Josephine.
Let me see.
It's Josepha. Josepha Hall.
She
Whatever.
made Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Was actually the mother of Thanksgiving, famously known for writing Mary Had a Little Lamb. I didn't know that. Sarah Hall was a 19th century writer and editor who was nicknamed the mother or godmother of Thanksgiving. The name seemed fitting after she wrote a letter to President Abraham Lincoln and Secretary of State William Seward, Jesus, in 1863, calling for the declaration of Thanksgiving as a national holiday. Oh, so she made it a national holiday. Look at that.
Fun. So the first professional Thanksgiving Day football game was played in 1920.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't even near born.
I'm not reading all that. It's about fucking football. Thanksgiving was once celebrated on the third Thursday in November, but they moved it
to the fourth Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the one, right?
Okay, so Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song.
Really? I didn't know that.
I read that and I was like, that's crazy.
That's pretty coolio.
All right, your favorite, Butterball, has had a turkey talk line open for nearly 40 years. You hate Butterball.
What's wrong with Butterball?
You don't like Butterball turkey bacon.
Yeah, because it seems
okay. So
weird.
this is a fact. Okay, how many turkeys do you think are cooked on Thanksgiving every year?
Oh, fucking 10,000.
I'll give you another try.
1 million.
46 million turkeys are cooked.
That's it?
46 million. You said 10,000.
I was close. I thought we were just talking about like Oklahoma.
The turkey's tryptophan doesn't actually make you tired. So this one I'm going to read because I want to know. On Thanksgiving Day, you probably expect to be tired after eating turkey, thanks to claims about the amino acid tryptophan. But the holiday bird isn't actually to blame. The reason why you can't imagine doing anything else but watch football on the couch is just because you overate. After you've had a big meal, your body goes into basic shutdown mode and sleep gets promoted. Dr. Daniel Barron explained to Business Insider, says the phenomenon is called postprandial fatigue. Sure.
Sure. Sure.
So this is funny. The majority of Americans secretly dislike classic Thanksgiving dishes, but will eat them anyway. A whopping 68% of Americans dislike Thanksgiving dishes like canned cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, and even turkey itself. I do not like turkey.
Yeah, because you're a weirdo.
According to a 2019 Instacart survey of more than 2,000 U.S. adults conducted online by the blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Only 2,000?
Only 2,000.
Yeah, those are not fucking right then.
So many people enjoy Thanksgiving leftovers more than the meal itself.
Oh, hell yeah.
On a whole, yeah.
Because people like food when it tends to be more rotten.
TV.
Or getting to rotten point. Like it's older. It's not fresh.
Like the food mingles together more and absorbs more of the flavors around it.
Your face.
Cool. TV dinners are a Thanksgiving leftover invention.
TV dinners? That's gross.
Well, sort of. In 1953, an overzealous Swanson employee overestimated the number of frozen turkeys the company should order for Thanksgiving, and the company was left with 260 tons of excess turkey after the holiday.
Jeez,
but rather than eat the loss, financially we mean, salesman Jerry Thomas came up with the brilliant idea to create a pre-made turkey dinners served as a reheatable individual trays, just like airline meals. By the end of 1954, Swanson had sold 10 million frozen turkey meals, and the TV dinner industry was born.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
President George H.W. Bush was the first to pardon a turkey.
Cut a turkey?
1989, yeah. Pardon a turkey.
Hey, I was born then.
You were born in 1985, but pardoning, like every year, like a president pardons a turkey.
Every year? I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things. Oh, you're not going to get murdered this year.
You're not going to get murdered this year?
Like they don't kill that turkey. That turkey gets pardoned. He doesn't
Oh,
see
but
death.
it probably dies like the next day.
Probably. President Calvin Coolidge was the first to pardon a raccoon in relation to Thanksgiving.
Why a raccoon?
I will read. Yes, you read that right. In November 1926, President Calvin Coolidge was gifted a live raccoon intended to be his Thanksgiving dinner.
Ew.
He wasn't super into the idea of eating a raccoon, so he decided to keep it as a pet instead. This wasn't unusual, as the President and First Lady, Grace Coolidge, were known to be animal lovers. They were often randomly sent pets, including ones on the unconventional side, like a bear and lion cubs. Aww.
My turn.
Okay, you can read the last three.
Give me that.
Bitch, I'll fuck you up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Arrow, I got to read. Another shot. I think y'all are up to like 15 now, 16.
Sorry.
It won't scroll. Shape 2. Okay, there we go. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving is known as Drinksgiving. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The holiday season is a time of celebration, which means toasts upon toasts are made. You like how emphasis on the
You emphasized the wrong side.
Before the annual feast begins, there's a night before Thanksgiving, which has to be known as the booziest days of the year. It's even dubbed Black Wednesday in some places. Bars aren't the only businesses that experience a boom on the eve of Thanksgiving. Uber has even offered free rides on that night over the past few years. Wow.
Nice. That's
they better
interesting.
do it this year. So, Black Friday, a.k.a. the day after Thanksgiving, is the busiest day for plumbers. Why plumbers?
Mm-hmm. Read.
Because people freaking blow up the toilets. Sure, it's a big day for shoppers, but also drainage professionals. Plumbing and drainage companies don't really get the Friday after Thanksgiving off. That sucks. Since it's one of the busiest days of the year. Why? You can only imagine. In fact, the day is so busy for these services, the Roto Hooter Plumbing and Water Cleaning Company actually calls it Brown
Roto
Friday.
Rooter.
Damn, because so many people be blowing up the toilets. I was right. I was right.
What are all these voices?
I was right. Number 19. The turkey bird is actually linked to the country of Turkey. Mm-hmm. How? Mm-hmm. That's so cute. If you've ever wondered which came first, the bird or the egg, well, I don't know why they have the egg crossed out. Country, we have a definite answer.
The turkey, the phrase is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? They're changing it because the bird or the country. So they crossed off egg, the country.
Oh. I get it now.
Do you really?
The turkey bird got its name from the country due to a case of mistaken identity. During the Ottoman Empire, Guinea fowl, yeah, right? Guinea fowl. Guinea fowl. I said Guinea fowl. Guinea fowl were exported from East Africa via Turkey to Europe, and Europeans started calling the birds turkey cocks or turkey hens due to the trade route. So when Europeans first sailed from North America and discovered birds that looked similar to a guinea fowl, they called them turkeys. Well, look at that. I learned some shit today.
Oh, that's nice.
Hope other people learn some shit, 'cause I learned some shit.
Bitch. Oh, love you. Well, that's our show today. What's our movie next week? You're going to hate me. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, my God. Is it SUX again?
No, we're not like that. We already did that.
Oh.
You sat through it. You don't have to sit through it again. You jerk.
Thank the heavens.
So we're changing it up a little bit. We've been a little heavy and scary the last few weeks.
You did Venom before. That's not heavy or scary.
It's darker. So I thought it would be nice to change it up a little bit. And we're going to watch Bridesmaids.
Oh, my Lord.
It's good. You like it. You laugh.
I wouldn't say I like it. I mean, yeah, it's good to watch one time. Maybe half a time. Not like over and over and over again.
And you can watch this on Peacock.
Peacock, cock. The Peacock, cock.
The reason why I chose this one also, I've been watching Mike and Molly, and Melissa McCarthy's in it, and she's also in this movie, and I love her. But now you have to figure out your topic.
So my topic is going to be, I forgot already.
Random survival stories.
Yeah, that one.
Random survival stories. So stories of people who survived like things that typically people shouldn't survive.
I know one already that I always remembered. I'm not going to bring it up.
You can't bring it up now. It's next episode.
It's the guy that.
I'm just going to sit here quietly and stare at it. So that is our next episode. So watch Bridesmaids. Awesome movie. Look at random survival stories if you want. We'll talk about them here.
And you can also send us some of your
if you survive something, that would be badass. Because again, we're not qualified episode is coming up. So send us your advice questions. Send us your confessions. Send us any stories that you want to share. That'd be fun. But other than that, that is our show. If you can write to us if you go to our email address. It's inforthenight69@gmail.com. Also, you can reach us going to our website, which has a lot of fun things. inforthenightpodcast.com. You can contact us there. Just send it it's like contact under the contact tab. You can also go and purchase our merch. We have a lot of fun stuff in there. So check it out. Merch. And then if you really love us and I'm jobless right now and you want to support the cause, you can also reach us, give us join our Patreon page. I have a few episodes on there. I'm going to start them up again. I want to focus on spooky shit and serial killers because I love talking about that shit. So anyway, and it pretty much, because I have Ugly Sunday. Ugly Sunday is just random stuff that I want to talk about because it's just my show. So suck it. You have to listen to me. Or you don't have to, but whatever. Anyway, that's it for me. Anything from you, Ty? Or G-Dawg?
Yeah, G-Dawg, not Ty. God. No, I mean, nothing super crazy. I mean, just hope y'all have great holidays since we're not going to, it's going to be past when this is posted. So hope y'all have a freaking lovely Thanksgiving. Be safe out there.
Please do not deep fry a turkey. That's just going to explode.
Yeah, and don't deep fry a turkey. And also, if you're going to drink, do it responsibly. Take Ubers, Lyfts. Try not to drink and drive if 100%, avoidable if you can. And just be safe out there, peeps. And until next time, peace out.